When I think about Lois, I think about three things: her authenticity, her devotion to the community, and her leadership qualities.
I think that Lois's deep commitment to the role that healthcare plays in the community has inspired her sense of integrity and fairness and compassion and understanding how complex it is. I think it's rather wonderful that on her badge, and very telltale, that on her employee badge, while her name is there in her picture and it says CEO, the main tag that hangs down says nurse.
You know, the thing that I admire most about Lois is her pure humility. You know, she was once a nurse, always a nurse, and her ability to care for people at that most basic level, she manifests that to this day. And I admire that in a leader. I think that's something that's admirable, and I think we need more leaders like that. During COVID, and it was very challenging, and Lois was always there to, you know, help me out. And when my dad passed, Lois was at his funeral, and that meant so much to me and my family. It was so touching. But that's because that's the person that she is.
She is part of the fabric of Coast-Parkview Health. She will still be here. I sure will see her as a volunteer, but I just learned to know that whenever Lois was involved with something with healthcare, we were getting the best, and we all will miss her.
She was instrumental and probably the key player in the joining of two separate medical communities, namely Parkview and Midcoast. I told her at one point in time, I think she has the skills of George Mitchell as far as her ability to negotiate and bring people together. That was one major accomplishment. That was followed by our joining the Maine Health group and becoming a Maine Health institution. And I think she did that in her desire to provide the best possible medical care for her community.
It's hard to imagine life at Midcoast without her. The personal touch that she has, her knowing everybody's names and smiling and making you just feel special. But I feel like hopefully she's left enough of her and all of us that we can keep Midcoast going.
Lois is a very humble person, and she doesn't like to toot her own horn, but quietly she gets things done, and she uses the people around her to help her to do these things. And she's a very good judge of people. I mean, choosing people to be on the board, choosing people who are the immediate staff below her that are working with her. But she also has her people work as a team. She works with them and they work with her as a team, and they get projects and ideas done.
Lois's willingness to come to Rotary meetings and share with us what's going on in the healthcare world today has always been helpful. Lois's ability to connect with so many groups around the overall wellness in our community. And I truly believe that will be a legacy, the wellness of this community, because of the work that Lois has done.
She always cared about the people that were working for her, and she cared about all of the people that were employed in the hospital from top to bottom. I don't know whether she knew everybody's name, but I bet she knew more than 50% of the names of all the people in the hospital, so, which is incredible in itself. She has been a real plus for Midcoast Hospital, and I'm kind of sad to see her go, but I recognize that she has other things to do.
Lois, thank you for everything you have done for healthcare in the state of Maine. Thank you for being a tremendous leader a person that's always looking first and foremost out for the patients and the community that we serve, and for your team. You have shown me so much over the years. I have learned a tremendous amount from you and consider you a colleague, a mentor, and a friend. We've had a lot of fun throughout the years, and along with that fun, a lot of serious work has gotten accomplished, and you have just been somebody that I have looked up to. And you and I have joked over the years about how we've stayed so connected as you know, nurses, and making sure that we never lose sight of where our foundation started. And I think we've done that well, and you've done that well, and I will continue to carry that torch. And I'm so happy for you, so happy in your retirement, so happy about what you can reflect on and all you've done, and very proud to say that you are a friend, a colleague, and a mentor.
I would like to say thank you to Lois. She's an inspirational leader. She has made sure that our communities are better. So many times, Lois, I have heard you quote, "A rising tide lifts all boats." Lois, you are our rising tide.